One of the scariest things about life is who you get married to. All of us here, we're just playing and thinking, oh, it's one of those things. It's not. The person you end up with as your spouse, whether it be the man or the woman, is one of the most crucial decisions you ever take or make as a human being. And wallahi, God help you marry wrong on your own. Andrew and Rachel got married 2016. Young couple, right? Mind you, when Andrew got married to Rachel, this girl was in her prime. They got married, and after a couple of months, she took in. Obviously, it was a thing of celebration. Everybody was happy. Oh, this girl is pregnant. Even though she had wanted to stay a little bit, say 1 or 2 years into the marriage before getting pregnant, because the whole idea was to enjoy marriage. And there's usually this conversation around the fact that once people start having kids, it's a different ballgame altogether. She got pregnant. What can we do? It is what it is. She's married. Okay. Thank God. She gave birth. There's this thing called omogo in Nigeria. So if you're not a Nigerian, it is when the girl's mother comes to tend to the girl to nurse her back to health, basically, after the hospital. Rachel's mom is with her now, doing omogo. This fateful day, they are having food, she and her mom. Then Andrew comes, sees them eating. He makes this side statement. This is way they chop, with the hard way too. So the mom looked at him like, what did you say? He said, I'm telling her to be careful because she saw me she did chop, she did add weight. She thought it was a joke, all this why. So she was like, what do you mean? I'm breastfeeding, I need to eat food. He's like, well, I'm just saying that you should watch out because you're getting fat. Mind you, omogo is done literally 2 weeks to 3 months of a woman having a child. In this case, Rachel's postpartum is literally 3.5 weeks. And you're telling her she should watch what she's eating because she's getting fat. I'm telling you, if you like, just get up and say you want to marry any and everything because society says you should get married. You don't have discernment, you didn't pray, you don't really put in the work to understand what you're getting yourself into. Because there's nothing worse as getting married to an enemy and calling that person a spouse. You're telling a woman who literally just put to bed 3 weeks ago that she's getting fat, she should watch what she eats. Mind you, she's breastfeeding. Mind you, she needs all the food and nutrients in her body for her to heal faster. You're telling her that she's getting fat. Anyways, I digress. Rachel's mom is like, I beg your finest pardon. He said, I'm just concerned that you are influencing her to eat so much food she'll get too fat. Shut the front door. Rachel is livid. Like, are you speaking to my mom in that manner? It's like, yes, I am talking to your mom. So, is she not influencing you to eat too much food? Now, your guess is as good as mine. It is a mess at this point. The mom got angry and said, you know what? If you don't want my child to eat your food, just say so. Because there's no way you'll be in your right senses and you will tell your wife she should watch what she eats because she's going to get fat. Something is wrong with you upstairs. At this point, Andrew is going back and forth with Rachel's mom. His voice is so loud. Rachel's like, okay, what's going on? They're almost getting physical. Rachel's mom says, you know what? I'm not going to do this with you. Steps out, calls 2 of her sons, calls the husband. Before 7 p.m. that night, the brothers, Rachel's father, had appeared at the house. The part where Andrew made a mistake was that he didn't go out. He stayed behind. So they come in, try to understand what is happening. And then the mom explains to them what had transpired. Rachel's elder brother is like, bro, what's going on? How dare you speak to my mom in that manner? Like, what's happening? Why are you acting off? He goes off that he didn't say anything that is out of place. He was only advising his wife to stop eating too much food because she's getting fat. Before the fa and the tea would come out of his mouth, Toza, like he's trying to gather himself. The beating is coming from every nook and cranny in the house. That's how they beat Andrew black, blue, and white that night. Because how dare you in your right frame of mind? Who talks this way? You look at a woman who literally just came out of a life-altering experience that she should watch what she eats because she might get. Mind you, this woman is breastfeeding your child, your own flesh and blood. Anyways, I'm getting upset. They beat him, called the police on him and locked him up. At the police station the following day, he's calling his family that they should come his wife and her people, they ganged up and beat him. At this point now, they all rushed down to the police station. What happened? He couldn't say. Yeah, you're beaten to this point, like they beat him so badly. What did you do to have warranted your wife's people to have beaten you to this extent? They don't like him. Finally, he says, she has been eating too much lately, and I was only trying to advise her that she should take it easy. She should watch what she's eating before she gets fat and out of hand. The sister is like, oh, we're hearing big initiative. Like, oh, we're hearing big initiative. Like, you do all right. No. There's no way on earth you are fine mentally. There's something fundamentally wrong with your brain. Are you telling a woman who just gave birth that she's eating too much? Where do you want the milk to come from? I don't know what he was thinking, that whatever he said, people were going to come listen to him and support him. At this point, Bitch's parents, her brothers are like, look, you cannot be married to this person because there's no way on earth you're going to live with this man with this kind of mentality that he has. We're not going to allow it because anything can happen. At least you stay with us until this child is up to, say, 6-7 months. Then if you want to go back, it's up to you. He's like, if she doesn't come back home with him, the marriage is null and void. Well, the father said, how much did you pay again? I'm going to add some change. For all your troubles, all the food you've given her that you think you fed her with, I'm going to pay you extra. I'll give you some tips because it seems you need it. That was how God saved Rachel from that marriage. And her father and the brother, they refused him seeing the son. He had to go to the court to get visitation rights to see the boy. Again, I don't know too much. There's anything on this earth that I know that it's very important you don't get wrong is who you marry. But like, if you make a mistake, marry the wrong person, it go dey like film. I hope when it comes to making that kind of decision, you take it seriously and you go to the person that sees a Roy. Love you guys and have a good evening.